there's McVeigh playing at full forward for Essendon at the moment. Rose his opponent. McVeigh's played predominantly in the forward half for Essendon tonight and done well to lock the ball in, put pressure on the Brisbane defence.
Monfrey's fed it out to Jason Johnson. Brennan swoops, puts the Sherrin in one hand, decides in the end a handball to Voss, to Michael. That's a strong grab at half forward. Seems to be enjoying his little foray up forward. The loose man is Drummond. He can go here. Josh Drummond lines it up and kicks a wonderful goal. Had 7 clearances too.
David Hill off for the first time, so we'll try to work out who's doing the ruck work for Essendon.
Bombers work at the half forward. Bolton. Oh, McVeigh. Mark. Free kick, whatever you like.
Super mark. Just got there. Seemed to hang in the air.
The Bombers back in front.
Since quarter time, they've never held it for longer than 4 minutes in one stretch. Voss's kick didn't have the required penetration. McPhee in the way. Essendon by a point. Mark! Welsh did enough to get the umpire's nod. It was Scott McLaren who seems to have had the big ones tonight. Bolton, strong hands.
No advantage,
off a mark. Scott McLaren again. Just too far out was Bolton. Lovett's up in the goal square. He wants it long. He's going to go the screamer, but he can't get to the drop. He waits down. Hurd at the front. Tackled high. Was there a free? I think there is. Yep. Now a chance to well and truly atone and give Essendon its biggest lead of the night. And he does precisely that with his third goal. The Maestro has done it again. Bradley and Charman. So Bradley is doing some rucking. There's Bradley Scott doing some roving. Drummond just about had it. Jason Johnson missed 2 of them with that hand pass. But it finds Monfrey's in the end. And there a chance here as Nash finds Hurd.
And Hurd will find someone.
And the faithful are getting very excited. McVeigh will line them up.
Essendon playing on very quickly from marks. And it's happened from the start right through to this stage of the game. If they can move the ball on quickly, they do. And it's good football because it just keeps their Bombers on their toes, and Brisbane are finding it hard to defend.
For their highest score of the season, before three-quarter time, the Bombers have stretched it to 14 points.
Essendon's runner, John Barnes, is out there, and he's just directing traffic, telling players to get behind the ball.
Time for the Lions to dig deep. Sherman to Black. And a relayed free kick. They're lucky because the numbers were very much with Essendon at the drop of that ball.
Hurd in the defensive 50. He's had 10 touches this quarter.
And in a good spot too. That's roughly where the ball's headed. Bradshaw should kick this. He does. Lions aren't done with.
Just thumps it as long as he can. McPhee. Oh! Beauty handballs on to Jason Johnson. Hurd kicked his feet and Cook didn't. And James Hurd plays on and kicks the goal.
Too strong for Fixter. Nash. Searing delivery. Just too strong. But it might be okay. Stanton. Lucas calling for it. Stanton doesn't need him. Two options, but why not? 15 metres out. They're smelling it now.
Essendon has kicked 5 of the last 6 goals.
It's a great game, football. This Essendon team, they haven't won a game for 16 weeks, and yet their fans are on their toes, screaming their lungs out because they can snip a victory.
Ball at centre half forward for Brisbane. Hurd in the thick of the action again. He's a superstar. Peverill knocked off the kick, but still finds Stanton, who finds Hill somehow. Couldn't take the mark. Charman crashes into him. Good stuff from the 2 big men. Put their bodies on the line. Charman's hurt. Voss, sweeping handball out wide. Now comes to Stiller. Charman's down in a lot of pain. In fact, David Hill is waving for the trainers.
David Hill, great sportsmanship, David Hill.
Inside 50, Bradshaw can't mark. Bolton concedes a rush behind, and Jamie Charman is in all sorts of trouble. And David Hill was the man that called for the trainers.
Yeah, and I reckon he's dislocated the shoulder. He's crashed into Hill. He's done his shoulder.
Take your time, guys. You're playing time.
And David Hill went to his aid and screamed out for the Brisbane trainers to get there for assistance. And that is one of the best things I've seen on a football field. Well done, Hill.
I wonder if a still photographer picked up a shot of that. It might be something that lives on.
Yeah, and a bit of a pat on the back to his ruck opponent. Oh, that's a shame. He just goes so hard, does Jamie Charman. And he's hurt himself big time.
Doc McConnell out there. Gained control of this game. Keating now the man for Brisbane in the ruck. Peverill levering it forward. It didn't go 15. Dyson been very effective in this turn. Ball power. Didn't get enough on it. Hill. Lucas. Will he give it off? No, he won't. What kick. To Lucas, a 4-goal lead to the Bombers. They are nearly there. The 4-month drought might be about to break.
I think it will. And Scotty Lucas, has he done some tricks tonight on that boot, that left boot of his? Now a forward line look with Hurd, Lucas, Lloyd, love it.
James Hurd. It's an ugly kick. Oh, a goal assist to James Hurd. As David Hill will put the issue beyond doubt from the goal square.
Marks inside 50, 21-7. Now that is an absolute domination by the Bombers.
I'll tell you what, David Hill's had some sort of night. 3 goals. He's kicked also.
And he's rucked for most of it. Reckless fixture.
And there was just a little knee on the way through.
Now you're giving James Hurd an assist for that, are you, Quarters?
Technically, that's a goal assist.
He hasn't played in a winning team since round 21 last year. Quarters, you'd remember he watched the round 1 fixture with Ralph Schumacher. Here, when Essendon last tasted success, beating the Swans, he's made the difference tonight. Black wins it away for Brisbane. Good attempt and has been rewarded. Copeland.
No, that's a fair go. That's a fair mark.
Black from a long way.
It's downfield, free kick downfield.
This will be a Brisbane goal.
Don't give away one.
Solomon crunched him after he kicked it. Didn't really crunch him, but in today's climate, you can't do it. Brisbane players don't realise it's their free kick downfield.
Dustin Fletcher's filthy.
Daniel Bradshaw kicks his 5th, cuts it to 25 points.
Another look at it. Oh, it was late. That was fair enough.
He should know better than that by now.
That was downfield.
Well, James Hird's now pushed himself up to the wing. Adcock's gone with him. For a while there, Adcock didn't know whether to go up to the wing or stay in the back line.
Black, he certainly hasn't stopped trying. Kicks it back inside 50. Mark Johnson kicks to the wing to Bradley, who helped set this match up. With 3 first-half goals, he's got 4. Now Hill had one of his best games for the Bombers. He drills it long to the tip of the goal square. Lucas off the ground. No, not this time. Peveril kick smothered.
We saw David Hill kick that ball towards the goal square. That's one of his great attributes, the big ruckman. There's Lucas going for another snag. After the centre contest, Hill pushes forward as good as any ruckman in the AFL. Very athletic.
Bombers looking like a man who's been lost in the desert and he's found an oasis. They're gulping the water. It's heavenly nectar. Lucas. He's done it. He found a way. He has 5. He loves a goal.
Mel Michael has limped off with a left calf injury.
Wouldn't be surprised, Quarters, if we don't see Mel Michael after this season. Wouldn't surprise me at all if he retires.
Their injury list is not getting any shorter with Charman gone.
Yeah, you have to say his season would be over. They've had rotten luck this year, the Lions. Bradley to Dyson. Monfrey's back to Dyson. The 2 youngsters combined. Some icing on the Essendon cake for rookie Dyson. It's raining goals at the Dome. 39 goals this evening. As James Hird comes off, he's had a blinder. Great to see 2 youngsters combined there.
Played a terrific second half, Dyson.
Essendon fans, you'd think they were going to go into the finals. Good on them. They've done it hard for the last 4 months. And the live ladder.
How does that make you feel, Rob?
Carlton on the bottom. No, it doesn't make me feel good.
What about Essendon off the bottom?
No, that doesn't make me feel good either.
Mark Johnson finds Bolton. Oh, they really are running above the Telstra Dome turf. It's been quite a magical night. High-scoring game, and Essendon's fans are in heaven. Their nemesis team over the last 5 years, Brisbane, beaten them 9 times out of 10, but tonight, after 15 weeks without that sweet taste of success, it's coming Essendon's way. And you can see the enjoyment the players and spectators are gaining from it. Watson, Keating, Peveril just banging it forward. Lucas for another one. It's raining goals.
Don't want to spoil the party, but gee, that should have been a Brisbane free kick.
I thought it was a Brisbane free
Look at
kick.
that, that's a free kick. I mean, that's a bad decision.
Yes.
Should have been a free kick to Patford.
Umpires have entered the spirit of the occasion.
An equal career best, 6 goals for Scott Lucas, albeit a lucky one. It should have been a Lions free, as James Hird, his job is well and truly done.
Double banger for the Bombers tonight. They knocked Brisbane out of the finals race, and they put Carlton on the bottom of the ladder. Life is sweet.
Sherman over to Brennan. He's had just an average night. Adcock, the late inclusion for Selwood. A long kick. Bradshaw, well done. Great one-on-one contest with Fletcher. And I tell you what, this man is lining up for his 6th goal. He's the form forward of the competition in the last month.
He's been good, he's strong, and his record against the Bombers has been super, as we heard before the game. He's a bit deceptive, isn't he, Quarters? At ground level, he's a bigger, stronger player than you think he is.
6 goals to Bradshaw, 47 now for the season. There's a long kick from Adcock. And just sheer strength wins out for Bradshaw. Not much more Dustin Fletcher could have done.
This might have been a little bit of holding one way or the other. Probably both. Grim night for Lee Matthews. His team down to the bottom team in the comp. He's lost his #1 ruckman. Not much to smile about for the Lions. 30 minutes gone. The end is nigh. A 119-day drought is coming to an end for Essendon.
This fella's played well, Tim, in his 100th game of AFL.
Terrific occasion for him. Watson. Is there one more thrill for the Bomber fans? McVeigh's up forward. Just couldn't get to the fall of that. Stiller in the last line for the Lions. Brennan to Power, both left footers. Got a lot of left footers, the Lions. Now Riscatelli, who missed a shot earlier in the quarter. Another chance. No mistake this time. But the margin is still 31. What a shootout. We don't see scorelines like this too often in the noughties.
Just thinking, today we've seen St Kilda kick 27 goals. West Coast kicked, was it 26? And Essendon with 24. So big scores and bags of goals are back in vogue. I like that.
Eighth goal for the season to Michael Riscatelli. Bombers still by plenty. Keating, who is now going to have to do the ruck work for the rest of the season. It looks like Sharman's got a season-ending injury. And Michael Voss has given away the free kick. Angus Monfries, he kicked 5 goals last time these two teams met. At 19 disposals tonight. He's come in also in the second half, as has this man, Dyson. Long pass is a beauty to McVeigh. Lucas again. Oh, Scotty Lucas now for a career best 7 goals. 3 in the second quarter, 3 in the fourth quarter. This for a career best number 7.
Interesting stat, in the second half, Essendon have taken 75 marks to Brisbane's 26.
Scott Lucas. Never looked like missing. What a night for Essendon. Scott Lucas now up to 46 goals for the year.
Brisbane have kicked the highest losing score of the year and are being soundly thrashed. Sherman and Keating worked them forward, but McPhee is in the way. Mark Johnson takes it wide to Solomon. A long quarter, and the Bomber fans loving every second of it. Just toy a little with the team that has tormented them so much over the last 5 years. They have them by the jugular.
Play on.
They have it all parcelled up. And it's the first time we've seen any of this football all night. It's when the battle is well and truly won.
Let's go.
Ricky Dyson, another stat. He's into the 20s. And just about every one of them has been as well used as that. Mark Johnson now. And the old hands at Essendon will be relishing this. They've known grim days this year like they've never experienced. Tonight, they're winners again.